Africa's top 10 most protected presidents. Emmerson Mnangagwa, President of Zimbabwe. Emmerson Mnangagwa became the third president of Zimbabwe on November 24, 2017. Currently, he is one of the most protected presidents in Africa. Due to the political unrest, Zimbabwe has so far in recent years, a lot of security measures have been taken around the president to ensure his safety, especially when he is on official assignment both in and out of the country. His convoy usually comprises high-speed motorcycles, and the president drives in an armored limousine followed by several presidential guards. Number 2 Mamadi Doumbouya, President of Guinea. On the 5th of September 2021, Guinea experienced a coup d'état after Col Doumbouya, a former French legionary, took over President Alpha Condé's government. Col Doumbouya's takeover means he is currently the second youngest leader of an African state. Only Col Assimi Goïta of Mali, who has been in power since staging a coup in May, is younger, born in 1983. As the President of Guinea and owing to his experience as a military officer, he understands a thing or two about security. When he decides to travel by land, he travels not in luxurious cars. He travels in Humvees by land and choppers by air. Doumbouya surrounds himself in countless bodyguards. Though his security entourage may not be so elegant as others on this list, his soldiers are always on high alert battle-wise. Number 3 King Mswati III, King of Swaziland. The legendary King of Swaziland, His Majesty King Mswati III, fondly called Ngwenyama, which means, the lion, makes this list as one of the most protected African leaders. King Mswati III often appears in public shirtless, which he says is his way of respecting African cultures and values. He is known for his practice of polygamy. Up to last year, he had 15 wives. He is often criticized for having too many bodyguards with more than 30 armored vehicles, including a Mercedes Maybach, so it isn't surprising that he makes this list. He has been the king of the country since 1986. Number 4 Alassane Ouattara, President of Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire's president is one of Africa's most protected presidents, the leader of one of the most popular West African countries, once known for her civil unrest, must be protected. Ouattara is always spotted with heavily armed security guards in and out of the country. His presidential car is always surrounded by bodyguards who follow his vehicle on foot until it gets out of the reach of the public. Number 5 Matamila Cyril Ramaphosa, President of South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa is a South African businessman and politician who is currently serving as the 5th democratically elected president of South Africa. Ramaphosa is not the well-liked president in his country, in addition to ruling one of Africa's biggest countries, therefore, it is paramount that he is heavily protected. He uses one of the most expensive protective cars in the world, the BMW 7 Series High Security. The high-security model uses armor protection and reinforced steel on the doors. His entourage convoy consists of an armored motorcade and heavily protected presidential guards, especially when he is on official duties. Number 6 President Paul Kagame is the current president of Rwanda and is among the most protected presidents. Often known as a critic of corruption and the Western influence on African politics, Paul has incurred many enemies, and it is only wise that he is well protected. According to reports, Rwanda President Paul Kagame has 4 Range Rover Sentinel SUVs in his presidential fleet. Each bulletproof and explosion-proof road tank has a starting price of $500,000. His motorcade comprises several security motorcycles, high-speed Mercedes-Benz Land Cruisers, and security guards on both sides of his car and his side whenever he makes a public appearance. President Kagame loves to drive visiting presidents in his armored Range Rover Sentinel. He has personally given the King of Morocco and the presidents of Gabon, Congo and Kenya a ride in his armored Range Rover. Number 7 Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, President of Egypt. Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is a retired Egyptian military officer and politician who has served as Egypt's 6th and current president since 2014. Sisi served as Egypt's deputy prime minister from 2013 to 2014, its defense minister from 2012 to 2013, and its Director of Military Intelligence from 2010 to 2012. He retired as a general in the Egyptian military in 2014. With all his military experiences and the former state of the country, it is no coincidence that Fattah is one of the most protected African presidents. He rules the country himself and leaves no room for errors regarding his security. Also, his presidential car is a Mercedes S-Class with a special black number plate, and the fact that his country has one of the best armed forces on the continent is enough to guarantee him. Number 8 King Mohammed VI, the King of Morocco. Because he is the richest president in Africa and the fifth wealthiest monarch kingdom in the world, according to Forbes, with an estimated net worth of between $2.1 billion and $8.2 billion, getting extra security for protection is very important. Mohammed Morocco's king is a member of the Alawi dynasty and ascended to the throne on July 23, 1999, following his father's death, King Hassan II. His motorcade normally comprises Mercedes S500 and Range Rover models when he goes to mountainous places, a shopping mode BMW 5 Series with a communications jumper, and an ambulance, and he is always escorted by 20 police motorcycles. The king drives an armed Mercedes S600 Pullman while in Morocco. Number 9 Paul Biya, President of Cameroon. For a man who has been ruling his country for 40 years, it didn't surprise that Paul Biya made this list. Paul Biya has been the elected president of Cameroon since November 6, 1982. He is Africa's second longest-serving president, the continent's oldest head of state, and the world's longest-serving non-royal leader. For his protection, Biya rides in armored Range Rover Sentinels, which cost approximately $500,000. It is described as the most luxurious and safest presidential car in Africa. The stretched armored limousine from the German luxury tuner Klassen was first unveiled on May 20, 2018, during the country's National Day. Based on the Range Rover Autobiography SUV, the car has the highest levels of ballistic protection in levels 7, formerly B6, and 9, formerly B7. He also has a tank-like limousine with a number plate PRC, fitted with stretched rear doors, raised roofs, armored glass, panoramic roofs, that opens like a convertible car and Kevlar tires, that keep it going when shot. Paul Biya's motorcade is one of the toughest in Africa, as a great company of special bodyguards specially guards him. His convoy includes high-speed Land Cruisers, Mercedes-Benz, and over 20 motorcycles. Several other times, he is accompanied by an entourage of bodyguards on horses. Each time he travels out of the country for official assignments, he takes more than 20 bodyguards with him for his safety and protection. Number 10 Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of Nigeria. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu, full name Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, born March 29, 1952, in the colony and protectorate of Nigeria, now Nigeria, is a Nigerian accountant and politician elected as Nigeria's president in 2023. In a country ravaged by insecurities, it is of the utmost importance that the president is heavily protected. Mohammed's presidential ride is a high-speed armored Mercedes-Benz and several police motorcycles. His convoy consists of many motorcades, the largest and most impressive on the continent. President Tinubu's is almost impossible to penetrate. The security comprises a high-speed security motorcade and a special security guard. Each time he goes on official assignments out of the country, he takes more than 10 bodyguards with him for his safety and protection. In addition, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni tops up the list. He was born on September 15, 1944, he is a Ugandan politician, military officer and revolutionary who has been the 9th president of Uganda since 1986. Thanks for watching.